initially reaction obviously is to hop up and kind of see what's going on, but obviously now, once I'm bleeding all over the place, kind of calm down and take care of that and kind of move forward.
And then, you had that, I believe, in the second quarter, the double lob. I don't think we see that very much. Could you talk about that play and the connection with LeBron there?
Yeah, he's always, LeBron is, well known as always trailing. So just me knowing that, being able to make that read and put the pass where he can be able to, finish.
Right now.
All right, so Russ kind of explaining what was going on there. We got Allie. No big game tonight. Big game feel better. Meta.
Free throw line. What would you attribute that accuracy to?
Just work. That's all. Guys, like I said, you guys asked me earlier about that in the season, and I said, it's nothing that bothers me because I know I put the work in, so it'll pay off. And just been working on my craft details, and it paid off for me tonight.
I want to ask about a couple sequences with you and Russ tonight. The alley-oop, double alley-oop, I guess, and then also you stepping in after he was fouled by Collins. One, I guess we just discussed both individually. The double alley-oop, kind of a rare play in today's game. Can you just break down what you were seeing as you get down the court?
Obviously we had the numbers, and I think it was. Trey Jones was back, so I didn't want to bounce it. I wanted to throw high to try to keep it away from him. And, Russ being a lead passer on this team, a lead passer in this game for quite a while, I figured I'd just keep trailing and see if he throw it back up, and he did, and I was able to reward that. And then as far as the foul, it was a tough blow, obviously, but I didn't want it to let Russ, escalate it, any further. Especially with him bleeding like that, I didn't want to, the head rush or anything to happen after that contact. So just try to step in there and just try to diffuse it as much as possible.
LeBron, you guys have won 4 of your last 5. What are you seeing right now with this team?
I think we're just, more and more on a string. I think we continue to learn each other. Like I said earlier in the season, we just said we're a new group, we're a new system, a new coaching staff, and we're trying to implement things on the fly. And we're trying to, and our teaching moments was, during games and losing, and unfortunately losing at times, and and it's just a sense of we're not really sure of each other. We don't know each other, but I think over the last couple of weeks we continue to learn one another, continue to play some good ball, share ball, and it's definitely worked in our favor.
LeBron, obviously, you guys get the win, but 138 points to the Spurs tonight, some rebounding issues, some defense issues. Do you feel like you guys are tightening up those winning habits, aside from the bottom line? Do you feel like there's progress in some of those areas?
Yeah, we've made progress over the last couple of weeks. obviously tonight, it's a tough one. It's a back-to-back versus a very young, energetic team, and they're going to do a lot of running and gunning and shooting. And, we had some game plans that didn't work to our favor tonight. We had some guys that we wanted to see if they would make from the outside. They did, but that was part of the game plan, and you tip your hat to that. But things that we can control is controlling the 39 points in transition. We can get back, obviously, with that. The 25 second chance points, we can do better with that. Those are 2 of the points of emphasis. And then, we had 17 turnovers for 24 points. So, those are things that we can control. When you're out on the floor and the guys are hitting threes, but you're getting great contests, you can't control those. You tip your hat. But some of the things that we can control, we got to be better at. But he was able to still find a way to win, and you try to find some good, even with the bad, throughout the course of any game that you play in.
LeBron, when Russ got hit and the blood started to come out fast and somebody brought a towel out and you grabbed it and kind of applied it yourself, I don't know if you see players typically doing that. Of course, he's your peer. Or are there any fatherly instincts or something when you see it like that and just wanting it to stop? Or what was going through your mind in that?
Well, I saw what a cut was immediately. So, it's just common sense, to put pressure on the cut right away. Don't let it continue to go, before we became teammates, we've always been like brothers and cool and things of that nature. So his health is more important than the game of basketball. So I'm just trying to stop that and let the training staff do their job after we got him over to the bench. But I actually saw the cut right when it happened, once he got up off the floor, and then wanted to do something to Zach.
Good to see you. I just wanted to get your vet's perspective on kind of a broader thing. There's a lot of talk today about how much basketball players play before they even get to the NBA and what that potentially might cause for them in terms of potential injury once they are in the pros. Obviously, you've played 20 years yourself. You've got kids who are right in the middle of that pathway to the pros. What are your views on the year-round nature of the game today and the demands that it puts on players?
I think it's too much. I think it's too many tournaments. I think it's too much basketball, too many basketball tournaments being played throughout the full year, and it's not allowing these, these kids to recover. They go from playing all summer to right into school league, and then all summer again right into school league, all summer right into school league for 4 years, and then they go off to college or go play wherever they go to play. And if they're fortunate enough to get to the NBA, there's a lot of basketball, a lot of miles being put on their bodies. I've noticed it over the last few years, and having kids of my own, I've allowed them to not play in certain tournaments. I've told them just, if you want to go and be a great teammate, cool. But, if you want to sit out, the first half of the tournament, or if you want to sit out the first couple games, or if you want to play every other game, I completely understand. You have a lot of guys that come into our league, and you wonder why some of the injuries are happening so early on in their careers. Could that be part of it? Possibly. But I'm not sure. I know when I came into the league, and guys were coming out of high school, there was not many tournaments. I'm sorry, throughout the summer. We did have our AAU tournaments. Yeah, there's way more tournaments. Yeah, way more. There's way more tournaments being played now than 20 years ago when, me and my boys was in high school and we were playing. It's just, and they want to play. They want to play, but you got to try to stop them from playing as well. But we shall see. We'll see what happens.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Thank you. Yep.
And the projected #1 pick, overall pick, Victor Wembanyama, was in action earlier, and he continued his dominance, finishing with 30 points, 15 boards, Meta, 3 assists and 2 blocks, led his squad to their 8th straight win. Wembanyama currently leads the league in scoring, rebounding, and blocks, and has the team in first place. That is dominance.
I mean, I've never seen a 7 3-point guard besides the one I made on NBA 2K. Tank Davis.
This is the only... Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet. Lakers driven by your Southern California Honda dealers. I'm Chris McGee, joined by a smaller Meta World Peace.
Yeah.
And over there, Allie Clifton. We lost big game James.
I did.
Not feeling well. No AD. No problem. Lakers love playing the Spurs. For the 3rd time in a week, they come out on the winning side. They put up a season high in points, 143, sorry. And they've now won 5 of 6, Meta.
Yeah, they played better. They had 70 in the first half, 73 in the second. And that's the type of game we want to see. We want to see a nice game that flows. Everybody's happy, touching the ball. Westbrook played well. I was really happy to see that. So it was good.
Allie, hold your thoughts. We're going back to San Antonio. LeBron is with Mike Trudell.
All right, LeBron, interesting game tonight, 143 points. You got 39 of them, 7 threes. And I remember early in your career, Popovich used to just kind of back off. Didn't you tell me one time that got to you, you had to really adjust your game, and now it's part of what makes you who you are?
Well, I mean, I think experience is the best teacher in life, and throughout my career, different situations have made me a better player. I wanted to put the work in and try to be as dynamic on the floor and not have many deficiencies on the floor when I play. So I'm happy I'm able to have a complete game right now.
AD doesn't play tonight, of course. You mentioned last night how great he's been in the time that you were out. Still early in the season, starting to stack a couple wins, but where are you feeling like you guys are at overall?
I feel like we're getting better and better. Early in the season, we'd have lost a game like this. I feel like we're definitely buying in to the extra pass. Guys are trusting their shots and not thinking about it, shooting from the perimeter with confidence, and we're also still attacking the rim. But if we continue to do a better job, one thing we got to continue to work on is our transition defense and our defensive rebounding. I thought tonight we did a better job than last night with our turnovers, but transition, we got to be better, and defensive rebounding, we got to be better. And if we do that, we give ourselves even a better chance to win each night.
Back to the perimeter shooting for you. Of course, you start the season slow from three, just 11 games, LeBron. I don't know how much time you got to get on the court as you're rehabbing from the injury, but that's something you expected to come back at some point, clearly.
Yeah, for sure. I put too much work in to not to be able to get out of a slump shooting. So when I was asked during the season, I said I'm not worried about it because I know the work that I put into my game, into my craft. Not even when the season started, but all the way leading up into the season in the summertime. So just trusting my mechanics, and I was able to knock a couple down tonight and give us an opportunity to win the game.
Last one for you. 2 games at home before you spend most of December on the road. How do you guys approach this next stretch?
The way we've been approaching every game, over the last few weeks, we come out, we give ourselves a chance that we defend. We got to rebound. We don't turn the ball over. We got to get back in transition, and we continue to share the ball like we've been doing. We can be a really good team. So, but it's all about stacking days, stacking wins, and we're happy to go back to our arena and play a couple games before we hit the road.
We appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
All right, Allie. See LeBron James feeling pretty good after that win. Allie, your thoughts on the win? Lakers have now won 5 of 6.
You know, I think I look at this game and I kind of put or identify it as a gutsy